Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. This all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and peace and mercy. To the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity, the ones that believe, man. That eat the whole roll and believe, you know. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, and I'm going to get into this, and Lord willing, this will be edifying. I'm going to play this.
Governments want to have more control over online speech is to pass laws, to have that be very cleanly and clearly defined such that we can implement it. There are times that we see the laws being implemented or being suggested that they're not necessarily clean or possible for us to cleanly interpret them. And we've also seen sometimes there's laws passed just for the internet as opposed to for all speech. And I do think that's a dangerous area when we start to get in and say, oh, sure, you could say something like this in a magazine or on TV, but you can't say it on the internet.
You see? And you see that basically the problem they're having is that the word is going out. And everything that they're doing is outed by the prophets, right? As the scriptures say, let me get this. Manifest. It says, yeah, here it is. This is Ephesians 5:13. It says, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, and whatsoever doth make manifest is the light. So, you know, we're the light of the world, or we've gone into everything that this devil does. So now he's like, you know, now he's trying to figure out how a way, you know, to, you know, hinder the speech, hinder the word going out. But ultimately, you know, the title of this video is going to be, you need to get it while it's hot. Because that's what the message is, man. You got all these men coming against the word. All, you know, pretty soon, if you haven't already, you know, started building a relationship with the Lord and connecting with the brothers that are sincere in this thing, and you want to go off into, you know, those other camps and, you know, get down with what they're doing. You know, you want to be an Israelite rap star. Now you got Brandon T. Jackson kind of coming up with Kingdom Pay, which that's real skeptical. Not right now, boy. That's real skeptical. Right, there's something there where Esau's connected to that nigga. But if you want to stay in that, man, you're gonna get the sentiment of you know, go to the sellers and buy from the true men of the Lord. If you're not in the inner circle now, you better hope you can get into it. Right? So this is Daniel's 8:25. It says, and through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Right? And his policy, and that's what they're talking about. What policies can they bring forward to hinder this speech? Not only on the internet, but in everyday life, because they want to attack the ministry. They want to have a reason to attack the ministry on the streets. Okay, brothers ain't out here doing all this wild ass monkey shit. They don't have nothing right now. Right? So they can't get us on the streets. So what? They're gonna make policies to make what we're doing illegal. But at that point, the word is gone out. At that exact moment, the word is going out, man. And if you didn't get it, it's because the Lord didn't want you to get it. Right? It says, he shall magnify himself in his art, and by peace shall destroy many. He also shall stand up against the prince of princes, and shall be broken without hand. Right? And ultimately, the famine of the word is on its way, bro. It's Amos 8:11. It says, behold, the days come, say Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, nor of hearing of the words. It says, but of hearing of the words of the Most High. And that famine of bread and water is coming, but the true famine, as is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord. Right? When the Lord sets up allows this devil to set up his means to, cut off the ministry, censor speech, at that point, the famine of word is here, because the Lord, at that point, the Lord is what he said he was going to make our tongues. Let me get it. Ezekiel 3:26, it says, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, meaning he's going to shut us up, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. At that point, the Lord is shutting us up, because you niggas won't get right. Even if we talk to you, you won't get right. We can speak as much reason into you, and you're seeing that now, man. You're seeing that now. The men like the Sakari, the men like ISUPK, right? One body in Hawashai. No miracles over there. That's what they say. If he was doing miracles, he was committing witchcraft. Right? That's what they say. Then now you don't give a fuck what Mark says. Deacon Hakai. How often the niggas is gonna keep going off and just going against the scriptures? At what point will you get right? And the Lord is showing us right now that he's gonna be fully justified when this flood comes in and killing a lot of Jake, man, especially the ones that call themselves Israelites. Because you refuse to humble down, you refuse correction, you ultimately just stiff-necked, hard-headed, right? But there's a day coming soon where people are going to start looking for the true men, right? And you're not going to find us, and that's a scary situation, right? Let me get this. This is Sirach 5 and 9. This is second Ezra's 5 and 9. It says, and salt water shall be found in sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Right? All hell breaking loose. Just imagine that scene, man. Remember in the book, in the movie The Knowing, where Nicolas Cage was walking through the city and he saw his friend that scoffed at him and didn't want to believe how the city was going wild. This is what this is describing, man. Then shall wit hide itself. What is the wit? Right? And understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber. What is the understanding? Right? It's the word of the Lord, the understanding of the scriptures. Right? When the Lord hides it into a secret chamber, right? Meaning the Lord is just going to withdraw us from you people. And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth. You see, this is what's coming. Right? When all hell breaks loose, people's minds are gonna snap and be like, you know what, somebody was saying this, right? And they're gonna go out to our camp spots and risk life and limb to be out there, and they're not gonna find us, right? And at that point, unrighteousness and incontinency are gonna be multiplied upon the earth, right? Let's go into that word incontinency, right? Because we already know what unrighteousness is: murder, stealing, incontinency, inability to restrain sexual desire, sexual immorality, inability to keep to a religious rule, lack of abstinence, unchastity, right? Greediness, incontinency, inability to contain. It says incontinent, immoderate, intemperate, meaning inability to restrain bodily functions. Meaning people are gonna just full out follow the flesh. This is what's being prepared. When the word stops, the hell breaks loose, man. Right? So get it while you can. Right? So it says verse 11, one land shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous going through thee? And it shall say no. People are going to ask where the prophets are. At that time shall men hope, but nothing attain, because they're going to start going into the scriptures, opening them up, try to start getting into it themselves, and they're going to be drawing blanks, man, because if the Lord ain't with you, you ain't going to get it. You see, what we have ain't it's not a small fucking thing, and people try to act like it, man. It's not a small thing. The Lord endowed us with the understanding of the scriptures. I can quite honestly tell you, I ain't know not a dang thing until I actually came into the truth. Until the Lord started supping with me. Until I started calling on the name of the Lord. And even that took years to get where I'm at. And I'm still growing. Right? It says, and at that time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor. But you know what is a good precept for this? Isaiah 29. Let's get this scripture. It's Isaiah 29, and I'll start at 11. It says, in the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. And that's what men are going to say. You're going to go to your pastors, right? And ask them, hey, man, what does this mean? They're going to tell you that they don't know, because they don't go into prophecy. The Lord ain't dealing with them. But the Lord's dealing with the elders and apostles, right? The men of great millstone on down, right? The ones that actually deal with the same doctrine as we do. It says, and the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned, right? And that goes into them church choir boys. The nigga can tell you about some fallen angels, but can't tell you what the scriptures is saying. Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their feet and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men. You see, and that's hey, the real fear that you guys have right now is taught by what they perceive is the truth, but it's not the truth. We have the truth as Israelites, man. So back in second Ezra 5 and 12, it says, at that time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. All right? Yeah, they're going to really try to get into this word when it's too late, and your labors will not prosper. It's not going to work out for you. All right? So, the famine of the word is coming, man. You better get this word while you can. Lord willing, this is edifying them. Say, Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakara. Shalom.